Hello and welcome to this live seminar. I'm Nuria. Today I'm going to talk about shadow work. What is shadow work and how to do shadow work? So, what is shadow work? Shadow work is in another word, it's also called inner work. It is a process of healing or integrating the parts of us that were not accepted, the parts of us that were condemned. It is becoming your whole self. When we try to operate from half side, from only the side of us that people accept, any effort of self-discipline, change, it doesn't succeed. Because true success, true discipline requires understanding yourself. It requires becoming your whole self. It requires taking every part of you, every piece of you, becoming again whole. So that what are these hidden or the shadow parts of us? And how do you integrate the shadow, or how do you do shadow work? If you grew up in a dysfunctional family where unconditional love, respect, boundary, autonomy were not valued, where you did not receive care, nurturing, or even if your parents were not abusive but were not available emotionally, you try to minimize yourself to survive. You try to hide parts of yourself because you feel you are too much. In the case of an abusive parent, if you said no to something, you were punished. It was called rebellious that you say no. So since it was followed with punishment, you associated it as a child that if I rebel, if I say no to certain things, I am not safe. So next time you are asked to do something or say something, you agree to it. As a child, you do not have any tool to process that what is happening is because your parents are immature. And instead, you blame yourself for it. So you say, these parts of me, I should not be angry. I should not say no. I should be obedient to get the love, the affection, the belongingness, the acceptance of parents or approval, parts of yourself. The parts of you, they were condemned. But not all shadow is evil. There are the parts of you that demanded autonomy. that demanded respect, that demanded care and love. These parts of you were suppressed. Society condemns having emotion, feelings. It is considered as a weakness to feel fear, so you avoid fear, feeling fear. To feel envy, hatred, or jealousy, it is condemned. So you also suppress these parts of you. So shadow work is all about returning inward to the child you and working on this. Instead of living up to the terms and conditions of your parents, society, it all favored them. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about what you needed. It was unfair. So turning inward and seeing, examining at what happened, at how it had affected your choices, decisions now as an adult, how it is affecting you. And so working on healing the inner child. If making a mistake, failing at exam, it was followed with harsh punishment, with harsh criticism or punishment from your father or mother, failure, you fear mistakes, and that limits your ability to grow, your ability to explore the unknown, your ability to aim high, to set big goals and to achieve it, to discipline yourself. Your discipline becomes sabotaged by this. Your inner child, from the unhealed or wounded inner child, she fears failing and mistakes because she knows it's been punished. And you have not done your shadow work, you have not integrated, you have not offered support to your inner child. So you are still operating from the wound. Your reactions are still to please. Your reactions are still to avoid being visible. Your reactions are still to minimize your own needs so that others are not offended. You feel you are too much for having a need. You feel you are too much for setting boundary. So through shadow work, it is turning inward and allowing yourself to feel the grief, the hurt of not just what happened, but of what did not happen, for not having a parents that were mature, nurturing, loving, for not getting the safety and security you deserved. So allowing yourself to feel the grief for the loss of a potential parent, a parent that was responsible for not having them. And also for the damage it has caused on you, their choices and decisions, how it has affected you in your life up to this moment. It is reclaiming autonomy, it is reclaiming your worth, it is making your inner child understand that being needed is not the same as being loved. The inner child to survive all the traumatic experience, because she does not have the tools to process the emotion, it often ended on self-sacrifice, self-erasure, suppressing oneself, minimizing. So living on survival like that, it has limited you so much. Through shadow work, you go to these parts of you, you integrate them. You allow yourself to feel the envy, you allow yourself to feel jealousy, you examine what caused it, what has been suppressed, what can I do about it to heal my inner child, what would make my inner child feel seen, valid, appreciated, what dream has been suppressed, what need was unmet. So it is about being open, being honest with yourself without judgment, allowing yourself to feel everything to process through this, and to do what needed to be done that your inner child did not receive: the support, the care, the unconditional love, the nurturing, the encouragement. When you are setting a goal now, if you tend to react, if you're reacting, that is your inner child. Your inner child is feeling unsafe. It is not, your inner child is not your enemy. Your inner child is a little child that was abused for being human, for having a need, for failing. The inner child did not have any tool to process it. Now you are adult, you can offer that support. You can be a voice to your inner child and awaken those parts of you that were hiding, that you suppress it. You become a voice to your inner child to say no to things that hurt you without guilt, without shame. When you are feeling guilty or shame because of the pressure of the past, you pause, you give yourself support, you give the inner child support. You assure her that she is safe, that she is safe with you. It is about reparenting your inner child. It is about allowing yourself to feel all of the emotions without judgment. Our emotions are not our enemies. Feeling envy does not make you a bad person. Feeling does not make you a failure. Feeling sad does not make you irresponsible or broken. You stupid. Feeling bored does not make you avoidant. It is to allow yourself to feel all of the emotional spectrum without judgment. We have been trained that to have emotions is being